Welcome to the Dr. Aaron Show. This is a top spiritual awakening and new thought ancient wisdom podcast to teach you how to become your highest self, unleash your spiritual superpowers, discover your soul's purpose, and manifest your dreams. Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron, Doctor of Divinity, and I'm committed to bringing you the best manifesting and coaching tips, spiritual advice, trauma healing, and metaphysical recovery secrets. I'm here to help you reprogram your subconscious mind, monetize your spiritual gifts, and love your life. I want you to know that I've been exactly where you are, and I believe in you. Together, we're awakening the world. Hello, Divine Loves. Today's podcast is The Universe is a Mirror to Your Consciousness. I'm going to break on down some distinctions for you for the first 11 minutes, and then there is a guided meditation for the following 11 minutes. So let's just take a deep breath together. In through the nose and suspending the breath at the top, and exhaling out through the mouth. Just taking a few deep breaths in and out as you're listening to this consciousness conversation. So today I was at lunch with my mother and her brother's wife. And I was asking some questions about their childhood because my mom doesn't remember everything. And I knew for a majority of my life that my grandmother, my mom's mom, was given up for adoption into a foster care when she was a young girl. I guess because her mother was very young, got pregnant very, very young. But what I didn't know and what I found out today was that my mother's father, basically his mother, was a really advanced alcoholic, and that her father never even met his potential father. So here I'm sitting here realizing in this moment the divine wounds of the mother, the maternal and the paternal of my mother's lineage. After lunch, I sat there with my mom and we were sitting in this beautiful sun, and I just was sending my mother so much love through my heart. And as I began to look at her more and more, she began to become more and more beautiful. Everything about her just radiated the miracle and the blessing that she is. And then I flashed back to a time when I would be judging my mother and how everything about her I didn't find attractive. Everything about her, she felt ugly to me. And I realized through this power of consciousness how our consciousness creates. In fact, we are such powerful creators that we're able to truly be able to create people into existence by how we view them and how we perceive them. An example of this would be, imagine right now for a moment that you walk into a room. In fact, you walk into two different rooms. And in one room, you walk into the room where your best friend is. And you walk in and you feel like you're standing tall. The best part of you comes out. Maybe it's a spunky part, or maybe it's a really evolved self, or maybe it's just a fully present self, right? And then you walk into another room and it's people that don't necessarily like you, maybe even some family members that trigger you, right? And who do you turn into? You know, your shoulders get a little lower. You maybe have the worst parts of yourself come out, right? And that's consciousness. We literally create ourselves into existence. And I say this because I come from a family that, probably like majority of families, has lots of trauma, lots of abandonment, lots of wounds, maternal and paternal, and that we have the power to heal this, that we get to stand on the shoulders of the greats, and we have the divine wisdom to recognize and understand trauma now, and the power of consciousness to transform it and transcend it. Through E4, we know we can quantum heal even in the multiverse level, and we're able to manifest exponentially, compressing time, space, and knowing that we are our parents, we are our grandparents, we are all of creation that's ever been created. So the wounds are ours and the great wisdom is ours. So this brings me to the great distinction of the observer effect, right? There's a very famous experiment. It's called the Double-Slit experiment. And it basically is where they take energetics and they're able to have waves and particles. And they take them to this double slit. And what happens is that they basically shoot them through these two slits. And what happens is bizarre. It's not, and there's nothing observing it. And they put these particles and waves through these slits. And on the other side, it goes against a backing. And it doesn't just go in a wave like it would if it was going through both of the slits in all directions. It goes as if they bounced off of each other on the other side, and they make these lines on the wall. And then they take an observer and they take the same experiment, and the actual waves and particles do a completely different thing. So I don't know if that makes sense or not, because it's kind of hard to visualize. But the point is that the observer affects the particles and waves and has them actually go into a particle wave, right? It's like it actually, through the observing and measurement, through a relative measurement, by even just perceiving, we're perceiving it through a relative perspective. And we're measuring it in comparison, meaning you can't have dark without light, right? We're measuring it at some level by observing it. And in this observation, we actually create. That's how powerful we are. And so I invite you to kind of take a look at your life and to begin to see how life is a mirror. Begin to observe the possibility that all of life is the outpicturing and the coincidence of your consciousness, how you perceive, right? And again, bring it back to a distinction that I use over and over again from Thomas Troward, recognizing that it's the self-contemplation of the self that we're even perceiving all of life. And so if we consider ourselves to be separate from our mother, right, we will instantaneously create that in the multiverse, right? Begin to observe and focus on three things today. See the miracle of each experience, whether it be a lesson or a blessing. Begin to co-create with the universe and have fun playing this divine game called life, right? Begin to see how you are perceiving the people and the circumstances. Maybe your relationship to yourself, relationship to money, relationship to vitality, relationship to fun, relationship to everything. All of life is a relationship, how you relate to it. But as we open up and expand consciousness, we realize that we're all of it. That we're all of it. So as you go into this guided meditation, I invite you to really allow yourself to just steep in truth and become aware of observing yourself. Who are you? Who are you? And if you're anything other than all of it, there's expanding. Love is the healing frequency. Love is connection. Love is our oneness. And in this, I know that everything is already healed. All relationships, the only thing that ever lasts with anything is just the love. That's what's left. When everything's said and done, we just have love. And so as I sat there with my mother, watching her, seeing her, asking her tons of questions about her, being interested in her. You know, I'd already done my amends and really cleaned up my side of the street, even though, you know, she wasn't there fully as a mother because she didn't know how to mother because she wasn't mothered, right? But when I stopped the cycle, she stopped the cycle. Doesn't mean we're guaranteed of that. But what I know for sure is that if we know love with our loved ones, we love them unconditionally, not just in some fake way, but we send them love through the heart chakra, that miracles absolutely can happen. And that we now can look at life and see that it's a mirror, that everything's a mirror and everything's an opportunity to grow exponentially. Because we're just in this school called life, right? And we get humbled over and over again, and we surrender over and over again. And we go, oh yeah, I did it again. I judged again, right? Cast myself out of the Garden of Eden again. But today's a new day. The sun comes up again. we have a new cycle. And we can choose something new, to see life as the mirror, to expand consciousness, and to really truly be able to know that however we observe it, however we perceive it, is creating instantaneously. This is the creative process. This is how we manifest. You don't need to do anything to manifest. It's simply instantaneously, with even conception in mind. You literally create the universe into existence by how you conceive it, with the first even consideration of who you are. So again, taking a deep breath together and going into this meditation, I invite you to just relax, put away everything, maybe even lay down, and just receive yourself as the truth, divine. Have a beautiful, beautiful meditation. Welcome to the meditation on awakening your success consciousness, the law of creation. Let's begin again, going to that space deep within. You can open your eyes, you can close them. Taking a deep breath in through the nose and exhaling out through the mouth. Taking a few clearing breaths, stepping into the here and now. Releasing your day and your to-do list. And committing to the self. Let's begin. Everything you'll ever need to know is within you. The secrets of the universe are imprinted on the cells of your body. Dan Millman. The law of creation states that life is being created from spirit, your higher self, right now. This axiom is the first cause and mode of operation of how the creative process of the universe works. It is the unfoldment of thought through universal law into form. This law is based upon the primary axiom of spirituality, the reality that life is created from spirit, your higher self. Spirit manifests itself in and through all creation, but is not absorbed by its creations. The manifest universe is the body of spirit. This creative principle works for everyone equally. And so on that note, knowing that as you awaken your success consciousness, the key to success is expanding your consciousness. In fact, the extent to which your consciousness is limited or expanded is the extent to which you will experience your success. The truth is, the universe is listening to you right now. No words need to be spoken. It listens through your energy, vibration, and frequency. It hears your heart, beliefs, and feelings. It communicates with you 24/7, 365 days a year, every second, for all eternity. You are a unique divine individual. You are the creator, the matter, the energy of this magnificent and connected life force. The universe is taking your order, asking, what would you like to have? What would you like to experience? Who would you like to be? But beware, as the universe does not know the future from the past. It does not know the difference between rich or poor, smart or foolish, charismatic or dull. It does not know good from evil or right from wrong. It's neutral, focused on the here and now, and always responds with a yes. I'd like to invite you that you are already successful, that your life is a perfect mental equivalent of what lies in your subconscious mind and within your soul. The key to creating what you desire is in releasing the limited beliefs, and to know that anything you desire is at your command. So let's now go into a visualization. Imagine a picture of you and the sun way above your head up in the sky. The sun is omnipotent and omnipresent, holding all the knowledge of the entire universe within its core, which it sends out to you through its rays. Its only desire is to give you that wisdom, shining onto you everything, giving through the light that it is, desiring to feed you nutrients and energy, all that you need to expand and fully express yourself. The sun represents your highest consciousness. Now, imagine that thick clouds begin to gather between you and the sun, obscuring you from receiving the sun's rays. You're cut off from source. It may even feel a little cold and scary at times. You may feel alone and divided from this divine source. Imagine that the clouds represent your limiting beliefs and limited consciousness, which are blocking all those glorious rays of sunshine and blocking all that expansion, knowing, wisdom, and connection. They are the veil that you have placed between you and your higher self, the sun. However, the sun is always directly above your head, in the sky, always shining its intelligence. It is you who has placed this filter between you and your true life force. It is within the soul where we individualize the experience of our lives. Now, imagine the clouds dispersing and the rays of sunlight streaming through, warming your skin, bringing peace. Your true self is a brilliant, infinite spirit with the power to eternal life, vibrant vitality, abundant of wealth. Your birthright is success. The real you is success. You are connected to all of life through the collective consciousness and the cosmic consciousness. You are greater than the sun. You are greater than the entire universe. You are divine. And so knowing this truth, you have a choice to stay in the consciousness of being separate and limited, or to release the limiting beliefs, letting go of your current identity. This is the true work of success and spirituality, is shifting your identity, letting go of all the limited identity. This is the resurrection into the all-knowing, powerful spiritual being that you are. This is your birthright. And so I invite you to take this distinction and visualization back into your life, back into your silent meditations, and know that within you is the grandest consciousness, one with everything. Taking another deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Enlightenment can't be taught. It must be experienced. So today I invite you to practice, to begin to see life as a mirror. Begin to observe the possibility that all of life is the outpicturing and the co-incidence of your individual consciousness, collective consciousness, and cosmic consciousness. Focus on 3 things today and see the miracle of each experience, whether it is a lesson or a blessing. Begin to co-create with the universe and have fun playing this divine game called life. The truth is that you are already successful. You are already manifesting brilliantly. And so awakening to your divine nature and in your divinity, there is only success. There is only the ability to create and manifest from the heart. There is only flow and grace, knowing that all of life is designed for your awakening. Have a beautiful day. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in to the Dr. Erin Show. If you're ready to transform your life, discover your soul's purpose, and manifest your dreams, go to drerin.tv. Join me in my life-changing events, membership, or certification. If you're ready to become a certified coach and get trained in metaphysics of mind, manifestation, and the creative process, subconscious reprogramming, trauma recovery healing, spiritual psychology, universal law, and much more, go to drerin.tv. If you're receiving value from the show, I would love it if you would share it with a friend and give it a 5-star review. Have a beautiful day, and may you live your truth.